Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, I cannot tell you how amped I am about tonight's headline video. This video right here, you need to share this out because this is a bloody nose that's been given to JP Morgan because they crossed the line against gun owners, and this is incredibly important. Now, if you're on the Second Amendment side, you know as well as I do that we are under attack a lot of the time. We're kind of a favorite punching bag of the leftist organizations, corporations, any bank, any group that really wants to score some virtue signaling points, they go after the Second Amendment. It's pretty much it, right? That's kind of our lot in life. But we're starting to fight back, and Texas is leading the charge. And I'll be honest with you, JP Morgan, they just took a pretty expensive bloody nose because of the decisions that they made. Now, you guys recall back in a couple of years ago, the bank started saying, we're not going to do business with gun manufacturers. We're not going to do gun business with anyone who produces ammunition or sells guns. Different varying degrees, lots of, in my opinion, straight up discrimination based on business practices that was legal in the United States, but I digress. Well, they're starting to understand the financial cost and burden of what they've done. Check this out. It's linked in the description box below. I want to hear what you think and send this one out because this is something on the culture war side. This is important for us. But check this out. JP Morgan's Texas municipal bonds work becomes latest culture war fallout. It does. It's now on the table. Check this out. The largest U.S. bank says it's being shut out of underwriting municipal bond deals in Texas after the state enacted a law banning government work with banks that limit business with the firearms industry. That sounds unfortunate, being targeted because of your thoughts and beliefs. JP Morgan started this and they said, we're not going to do these things. We're not going to support gun manufacturers. And now, the state of Texas, the second biggest market for municipal bonds in the United States, says, well, then you're not getting our business. And they're upset. This cost them billions of dollars. Let's keep going. Due to the legislation, JP Morgan Chase & Company won't bid on businesses with public entities in Texas, a key market where the bank underwrote $3.6 billion of municipal debt in sales 2020. Texas-based borrowers sold more than $58 billion of bonds in 2020. This is access to a $58 billion market that they now don't have access to because of their political decisions. Eventually, these corporations will decide that they just sell products and they don't sell virtue signaling, but until they do, it's going to get pricey. This is the most of any state after California, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Now, this is important because the culture war is going financial, and it's been going financial, but now they're starting to see it costs them money. I wonder if they're going to about face on this because once they get in this position, they can't abandon the left because they'll be pissed. It's one of the first signs of fallout from the Texas GOP's effort to punish Wall Street banks for restrictive gun policies. Good, do more. With politicians in the gun-friendly states seeing it as a way of retaliating against them for weighing in on America's fraught culture wars. Absolutely. Corporations, stay out of it. But this is going to get expensive. Imagine if every state that is conservative-leaning did this. It would destroy them. Just saying. You started it, we'll finish it. The law prohibits governmental entities from working with a business that discriminates against firearm and ammunition businesses or organizations, according to Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who has touted the legislation. 100% in favor of this legislation. If you're going to discriminate against people on their business activities, which are legal and supported by a Second Amendment, yeah, you're not going to get our business. It gets real pricey when it goes from, just some consumers to $3.8 billion of previously earned revenue and also access to a $60 billion market. You thinking about changing your course yet? If not, let's keep going. And this is why right here. Earlier this year, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon told a congressional committee that his bank won't finance gun companies that make military-style weapons for consumers. And this is where it ends up. People found other sources of money, other sources of funding, and other revenues. I did the exact same thing with some other projects that I'm working on. I don't need the big banks. But the point is, the big banks need your money a lot more than you need them. And this is why it's important. Every single day, every single action, every tiny little thing that you do leads and goes towards the supporting of the Second Amendment if it's intended to do so. You may not see the outcome. You may not see the grand scale and the impact. But you are making an impact. And it's bigger than you know. And that's one thing we've always talked about on this channel. It's crucial and important to keep going. Those that came before us laid an incredible groundwork, and we will build upon that. And we will pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. That's what I've got for you guys tonight. Let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.